Yo, 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 what's good? We back with another interview. Underworld Class, Underworld Society. We're here with...
Tehudis.
Okay.
I'm 23 years old, born and raised in Boston. My family's Dominican and Lebanese.
Okay.
I'm an artist, a multidisciplinary artist. I like to paint. I like to write poems. I like to draw. I like to make sculptures. And I just got into this probably like last year. Last year was when I got into art. It was something that found me. I didn't go looking for it. It just found me. I was drawing, but I didn't like see a future in drawing. Like I just did it just to like take up a page. Cause what I would really do is write. I was really into like poetry, and I'm still into poetry. So sometimes I'll just do like doodles, like when I did poems. That started when I was like 14. So I guess I've been doing this for like a long time, but I don't give myself as much credit as I should. Like in terms of like painting wise and like making canvases, that's been like a year, a little bit over a year. And that was, it happened through school. I was in school and I kept picking the wrong majors. Like I remember I was like a business major and I just wasn't feeling it. It just didn't feel real to me. I would just read books and I wasn't really interested in it. I didn't feel much for my schoolwork. So I was just like barely passing, and it just felt like I was just doing it not for me, but for like my parents, because they wanted me to go to college because they didn't go to college. And I just picked something and I was just going with it. And for a long time I felt like I was wasting my time on things that wasn't feeding me like internally. I wasn't like really happy taking these classes. I would just do things and I would cheat like when I was doing it. So it wasn't really coming from me. My biggest influence is my friend Tomo. When I was in high school, he had this group, it was called KOBK, which stands for Killer Be Killed. And I just have a lot of memories of us after school. We would just hang out with each other and we'll just be rapping like outside. And like somebody would like make a beat with their hand or with their mouth, and like people would just like start freestyling and stuff. And that was probably the first time I felt important. Like I felt alive. Like everyone was like just looking at me and I was just like entertaining them. But it wasn't just me. It was like a bunch of us. It was like a group of us, like 6 of us. And that was the first time where I felt creative. And that's probably my biggest inspiration till this day. If you don't know Tomo, you should check out Tomo. He's an amazing person and he's doing a lot with his life right now.
How would you describe your style as far as art goes?
My style is based on a feeling. So I just gotta feel for it. And whenever I have a feeling to do something, I just do it. And I try to paint what I don't see, but like what I feel. And that's something that it like is undescribable. It's something that I can't explain. It's just like a feeling that I have. And in order to feed myself, I just gotta go and like paint or something, or go outside and draw, or just write. I think it comes from appreciating life, from like just being alive. Cause I see beauty in every moment and in everybody and in everything that's created. And just being here right now in this present moment is so rare. I always think of like how everyone that I meet, we're so lucky to like be around each other. Cause what if like I wasn't born? Then I wouldn't be around these people. What if they weren't born at this time? Like it just so happened that we're here at the same time. And that's so rare to me. And I guess that's why I want to do art. I want to like show the people like how I feel. And I don't know, like I don't have no expectations of it. I just do it because I feel. I just feel. And there's a way of like showing my feelings and stuff.
All right. Talk to me about some of these pieces you bought over here.
All right, let me start off with the first one.
All right.
So this piece right here is the inside of the MBTA, specifically the Red Line. Growing up, when I was probably in 6th grade is when I started taking the train to go places. And it felt nice because I didn't need a car to get around. Like everything was connected by the train station. And that's something that I really value about Boston is like the connectivity that we have. Like we can go so many places by just taking a train. You don't need to have too much. You don't have to have a car. And when I was younger, I was always taking the train to go to like practice. I used to play basketball and baseball, or just to go to the movies, to the mall, to go explore, to go see something new. So I'm happy that I live in Boston and they have the train system. So this painting is like being inside of a train and like what it looked like. And after I made it, I was just like looking at the train a little bit like more and like appreciating it, because it's so accessible, it's cheap. Like it only costs like $2 and it's sometimes free, like if nobody's there, or you could just ask and you could get in there. And I feel like the train is also my inspiration too. It's not just like a person, because of the train I was able to go to school and like meet up with like people like Tomo and go places. I feel like the train brings everything together and everything's interconnected, to be honest. Like I'm here at the Dorchester Art Project and there's a train station right there, Phil's Corner. You feel me? If I didn't have a car, I could just take the train over here and I'll be here. And that's something that I wanted to show, like in the painting, was like we have a space that is free to anyone. The train don't say no, you can't come in. It don't really have a voice. It accepts everybody, and that's what I really love about the train, for real. And shout out to the train.
Yo, you see all walks of life on the train, right?
Yeah.
Now, was this from an actual picture you took, or in your mind, or like?
This was from a picture that I took. I took a picture of this, and then I just painted it from the picture. And it was like my first painting where I was painting something that I love. So I highly recommend to paint something that you love, because it's a different type of feeling. I spent so much time on this, and yeah. And now, as times is changing and I'm getting older, I'm seeing even the train changes too. Now they got like new trains and stuff like that. So this train one day might not exist no more. Like this pattern that they have on the train is changing. Now they doing like plastic seats, and it's rare. So this is like an original native type of piece. That's how I see it. That's why when people was trying to buy it from me, I wasn't trying to sell it, because I don't think like I could put a price on this. It's like you just had to be there to know. Like you had to be on the train. Like it just feels like something that I gained from like living in Boston. Something good, like a great experience.
That's fire. Now, is this next piece? Is it like the same train, different side?
This next piece is my first commission piece. So a lot of people was trying to buy the first piece that I made, which was this one, and I was telling them no, like I can't sell it to you. It's the first painting that I made that I love. I just got to keep it. So I was like, I'll remake it like for you. And this is what this is. This is like a remake of like that painting. And every time you paint, it's never gonna be the same, to be honest. So this one is a little bit more newer. This is like just a cleaner one. The person that wants to buy it, they told me to put red in the middle, so I haven't did that yet. I kind of want to show them this first to see if they like it, and then ask them like, do they still want the red in the middle? So this is gonna be my first commission piece.
Now, do you agree? I know some artists and even like some fashion designers that they're not with that. Like they're on some shit like, this is how the piece came.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like ain't no fucking custom, like no red or no. If the piece came like this, it came like this. So so you're with doing custom, like going with the actual client's requests? Yeah,
I'm with going with the request.
Okay.
But I'm gonna definitely share it to them, see if they like it like this. I think it looks pretty nice.
Okay.
Cause the thing is, we all got different perceptions on like what we think is beautiful. It's all in whoever's looking at it. So if they see something beautiful in the color red, and there's like something that I don't see, I'm open to like changing what I think is perfection or what is ideal. So I just keep an open mind.
Okay.
It was hard, but.
What about this big boy right here?
This is
This was fire.
This one, I call it art. It's a huge piece. There's a lot going on. It takes a long time to digest it. And it was my first collaborative piece that I ever did. About 15 people have like painted something on it or just drew something with like a marker. It started off in the painting studio at UMass Boston. I would spend a lot of time there, and when people would come in there and paint, I thought it would be a good idea to just have like a painting like in front of the door, and I would just let people know like whenever you want, you can like just paint on it. So that's kind of what it was. It was like a collaborative piece, but like 15 people, and I just call it art because art is for people to see. So with this experience, I had like no control of like what it was gonna look like. It was more of just like letting people know like feel free to paint on this. And I never did nothing like that in my life, and it was so freeing. And I felt like that's the best type of art, is when you share it. When you share it with others, like literally we're sharing our ideas and what we think is nice on like one canvas. And I think it's a beautiful thing. It's not something that you can make again.
That's dope. So how many people do you think painted on that?
I would say 15 people.
Okay.
Like I could say their names too, because I remember when they did it. Not the very exact moment, but like I remember when they added something to it. Because it was something that I would look at every day just to see, oh, did anyone add something to it? And all it takes is one. So one person started adding to it, and then the next person followed. So
that's fine. I like the face and the big face. Yeah, that's just fire.
Yeah, it is. My friend Laura, she did that. That was really nice.
You want to run us through the piece, like who did what, or?
Yeah. So this is where it started off. You can't really see it, but this right here is marker. And it was my friend Tomo that I was telling you about, that he like really inspired me. I invited him to the studio one day, and I gave him this canvas, and he started drawing on it. He drew this, and then he put like close by Tomo, he put his brand there. And then he drew this, and he inspired somebody to like paint it in. Like when Tomo wasn't there, like one of my friends, he was like, I don't know what to do. So then he started coloring in like Tomo's outline, and that's what this is. And then Tomo also did this right here. And then he put like clothes by Tomo. So he's the one that started it off. And then after that, I didn't give it, I just left it in the studio. And then my friend Logan, he added this right here. He really likes to smoke, and when he makes art, he always like has like a face and they be smoking and stuff. So he did that. And then he wrote, "Can we get much higher?" Which I thought was pretty cool. And then he put "Love, Sex, Dreams, LSD." It's a song by I don't even know who, maybe A$AP Rocky or Travis Scott, one of the two. And he really likes that song, so he just like put the LSD on it. And then I just put "Rude" right here. It was like a spray paint that I seen on the building, and I'm inspired by like what I see, so I thought it was cool. So then I just like wrote "Rude." And then I put like these two things over here, and I put "You and I." And then I wrote like "Hope." So I was just trying to feel more connected to this piece in like a positive like way. So I was just like writing like what I felt with like crayons and stuff like that. And then my friend Kyle, he did this face right here. Like he did the outline. I thought that was pretty cool. And then my friend Chase, they did this banana. And that banana is tough. Like I love how it looks. It's a really cool banana. And I really mess with bananas too, cause like I'm Dominican, and like we'll like cook like plantains and stuff like that. And I always like question bananas and plantains and how they were like alike, like cousins. I don't know. So it was just cool. And then my friend Mega, she did this skull right here, which is dope. I really like it. And my other friend Lee, she did this eye. And she did something freaky too. Where is it? I don't know where it is, but maybe it got covered up. Cause sometimes people like cover it up. But she also did this eyeball right here. She did that caterpillar. Then some girl, she did this heart. I forgot her name. My friend Mega did this right here. Chase did that.
That's fire.
But yeah, there's a lot going on over here.
That's a dope piece.
This is called art. Thank you. This one, yo, when I did this one, I was like recording it. So it was like a blank canvas. And as soon as I hit record, that's when I just started like going crazy with it. It took me like 20 minutes to make this. And it's just spray cans. Some cheap spray cans that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I really messed with the colors that I had that day. And when I was doing it, I was just like really into it. Like half of it, like 10 minutes into it, I didn't really like it. I didn't know what was going on. And after I didn't like it, I didn't give up. I just kept on going. I was like, you know, this is part of like life. When you first make something, you're not gonna like it. You gotta keep on working on it. So I didn't like stop, and I felt challenged just cause I like was recording and stuff. So I didn't want to like stop right there. So I kept going. And what I like about this piece is like if I show it like this, it's like it looks like something, and if I like flip it over like this, it also looks like something. And that's what I really like about this piece. I call it reír, which means like to laugh. And that's why I did like these drips and stuff. Cause sometimes I'd be laughing so hard that I'd be crying, and I feel like that's the best laughs. So I wanted it to be like, that's how I felt. Like after it was done, through all the ugliness that I thought it was ugly at first. And I made it through that type of stage, and then at the end, I just thought it was so beautiful. I couldn't stop but just like being like this happy state where I was just laughing and just having a good time. And that's usually how I do my art. It's about like how I feel and stuff. So you could really see that represented. A lot of people, they say this looks like a lot of things. But yeah, this was like completely based on feeling. I had no outline. I didn't know what it was gonna look like. I just kept going, like with the spray cans, was having fun. The only thing that I really got inspired by was Jean-Michel Basquiat. He used to do this thing, like he would put like a halo on the top. So at the end of the piece, I just like put this halo right there, and then that's when I felt like it was done. And then I also have a signature, it's this right here. I'm Tehudis the third, so it's like a play on my name. It's like 3 T's, and that's when I found out that's what my signature is. And when I figured out my signature, it was actually in this painting. Like, I think I'm gonna start doing this more often. Like when I'm done with a painting, I'm gonna just like put my signature. So this was like the first painting that I made that I really liked, and then I found out like my signature, like what I should put on it. I think that's important. Like once you're done, just sign it. I want to get into like putting the year too, because I feel like everything is like history. So I want to start putting like 2023, because in 2023 or like when this was made, so I can see the progression. Because I'm gonna keep on doing art probably for the rest of my life. So I want to see how I grow like as an artist. We're constantly growing, always making new pieces. But yeah, this is reír. It means to like laugh in Spanish. And then this is like something else that I made. It was when I was working on my first sculpture. I made a sculpture out of a shopping cart. It was from like Stop and Shop. And I started spray painting on the sculpture, turning it different colors. And the 3 colors that I was using at first was like black, yellow, and red. But you can't see the red over here, so this is like part of like the shopping cart. And it was just something that I'm proud of that I made. It looks pretty cool. But yeah.
Where do you see your art going in the future? Like, where do you want to take it?
To be honest, I'm moving to Spain in September. I got the Ruth Butler travel scholarship, is something that I applied for. When I was like graduating from the art program, I knew that I didn't want to get into like a job real quick. I don't want to like work for a museum or like I don't know what I want to work for. I just want to make art. So this was an opportunity that allows me to make art. So they're giving me $10,000 to leave America and go study art and make art. And I have to go to contemporary galleries and submit my artwork to see if they'll take it. So I see my artwork going into Spain like right now. specifically Madrid and Barcelona. There's these two spots that I'm gonna go to and try and get my artwork in there. So that's gonna be the start. But I'm definitely gonna come back after Spain. And I'm actually doing my first mural. So I got my first mural coming up in August 16th through the 27th. It's gonna be in Marshfield. I think that's somewhere in Massachusetts. So actually my first thing is gonna be in Marshfield. So I'm practicing here right now and just having fun. But I'm gonna try and get my work into galleries and museums. I feel like if the MBTA ever had a museum, they'll probably ask for something like this to have this might be in the Boston Museum. MFA. Just be yourself, and even the ugly parts of the process, remember it's part of the process, and just keep going whenever you feel down or you're not enough or you start comparing your artwork. Remember that there's only one of you and everything you do is unique, so nobody can do it how you do it. And really if you really love something, you gotta water it, and that comes with gardening and stuff like that. I'm big on gardening, so it's a way of life for me. I like to see things grow, so that goes with your artwork. It has to be growing. If you want to get better at something, you gotta water it every day. You gotta work on it, and you gotta work on yourself, and you gotta know that there's no such thing as perfection. You have your own idea of what it is to be perfect or ideal or good. Just do you. Whatever you think is good, do that, because no one's gonna see the world how you see it, and people are gonna try and change you. And sometimes you let them change you because you ask for their advice, and once they give it to you, you're more confused than if you wasn't to ask them. So if you got something good, a good idea, bring it to life. Try not to share it with too much people until it's alive, because then that way people can see what your vision is. People will not change how you feel about something. And just listen to yourself and take care of yourself. And I just want to see the authenticity of people. I want people to find something in themselves and bring it to light.
Fires.
My social media handles is my name. I have an Instagram. It's Tehudis, TEHUDIS. And I also have a website where I show my artwork. So if you want to see my artwork, it's also my name, Tehudis.com. And I have a YouTube, and it's Tehudis. And I'm always just documenting my life, because I feel like my life is a movie. And not just me, everybody's life is a movie. And we all got passions and things that we're going for. So it's good to document it. Take pictures of what you got going on, videos, and just show the world, because we are the people that's living right now in this world. And that's really important, because this life is not forever. So we should have documentations of what we do, so we could pass it on to people that come after us. So I'm glad that question was asked, because that's how you show who you are. And it's good to expose yourself, constantly show the world who you are through your artwork, whatever medium you use. And don't be scared to fail. You're gonna fail so much times. You're gonna get embarrassed. That's human emotion. Just keep on going, and until that day comes, just keep on creating. Cause what else is there to do? Life, it is what you make it. And start thinking for yourselves and doing stuff that y'all truly love, because that's what's really important at the end. It's how you lived. And travel the world, go see something new. Don't be stuck. Remember that you can always create something, and there's always something good and a bad thing. There's always a lesson learned. You can learn something every single day. Don't have that loser mentality. Be a winner. For real. It might be hard, but just keep on pushing yourself to see the beauty in you, because everyone's beautiful. I'm literally attracted to everyone. That sounds crazy, but we're all beautiful. The rarity of just being alive and just being here. And if you're gonna share something, it could be a word or your art, it's really just you. It's so unique, and you don't know that is unique until you look back at something, you're like, wow, I did that. And then you start to like look at it like it's priceless, but every moment is priceless. So right now, just look at what you got and just try and be happy for what you have made this far. And keep on going, man. Or woman, whoever's looking, keep on going. Make this life fun. Make the most out of it. I love y'all. It's all about love too. That's why we do what we do.